Hello, welcome everyone. Thanks for liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. My name is Tim. I bring you villages related content. And today's video, I want to show you a cottage series home and a designer home and ask you which home would you purchase. Some of the costs will surprise you. But first, I want to explain what the Villages is. It is a 55 plus community located in Central Florida. It is the fastest growing community in the nation, according to the 22-23 Metropolitan Statistical Analysis. It's also the safest community in Florida, with an expected crime rate of 930 crimes for every 100,000 people. The Villages has approximately 150,000 people that reside in it. In today's video, I'm going to show you two brand new homes listed on the villages.com website, and that's what you see in front of you. If you're interested in any one of these homes, you will need to contact a Villages sales representative, and I will show you the contact information a little bit later. I think you'll be surprised at the results that you see in terms of cost per square foot between this cottage home and the designer home. The cottage home is located in the village of Well Point, and the designer home is located in the village of Oak Hollow. These homes are located very near to each other, only a few hundred yards. And the first home I want to show you is this Seabreeze model cottage series home. It is located in the village of Well Point. It is list price $326,794. Let's take a closer look at this home. It is a wood-framed home. It has a two-car garage, and that is your list price. It is 1,525 square feet, 3-bedroom and 2-bathroom home. And I'm bringing you this video because you'll be surprised to see what the cost of these two homes are. And I will ask you at the end of the video, which home would you buy? Let's take a look at this Seabreeze model home. It is located in the village of Well Point. It is located right here. The back of the home does face south, and this is McNeil Drive, just to give you an idea of where this home is located. Let's take a look at the pictures of this home, and then we will look at the designer home that is competitively priced. This is the front of the home. That is your lanai area. And to be honest with you, the Seabreeze model is one of my most favorite cottage series homes. This is the model home that I was thinking about purchasing way back when, 3 or 4 years ago, in the village of St. Catherine, and I chose not to buy it. And if you're new to the Villages, these homes all have standard quartz countertops. They have composite plank flooring. That's what you see in the foyer area here. And as you enter this Seabreeze model, off to the right, you do see a guest bedroom. It does have carpeting. Large open area. That's why I like the Seabreeze floor plan. Lots of windows, light and bright. It does have a lanai in the back of the home, and we'll take a look at that a little bit later in the video. There are your quartz countertops. It looks like they are light gray in color. The Seabreeze does have adequate kitchen cabinets, and I think maybe that is a deficiency. I think there could be a few more kitchen cabinets in this home. That is your primary bedroom. It does have a primary bathroom with a sliding pocket door. It has carpeting in it, 2 sinks, quartz countertops. That is your shower space. It is tile. That is a walk-in closet with carpeted floors. That's a guest bedroom with carpeted floors, raised panel doors on the closet. That is your guest bathroom, tile surround, tile floors in that bathroom as well. And you will see that the cottage home and the designer home I show you shortly do have very similar features. This is another guest bedroom, carpeted floors, your laundry space right there. That is your 2-car garage on your Seabreeze model. That is a lanai that is screened in. Very large lanai. I will show you the floor plan of this home, and we will compare this to the designer home that I'm going to show you in a few minutes. Let's take a look at the designer home. Let's take a look at the floor plan of the Seabreeze. This is your Seabreeze 3 model. That is your address. You enter the foyer area, and off to the right, you do have a guest bedroom. A lot of people like that guest bedroom in the front of the home, so the guests can enter and they will not disturb the rest of the home, especially if you're in the primary suite. You enter the living and dining space, large, wide open space. Take a note of this lanai. It is very large, 19 feet by 9 feet. And you will see this lanai is going to be much larger than the designer home that I'm about to show you. Off to the left, you do have a sliding pocket door to get into your primary bedroom suite area, as well as bedroom number 2. And you do have a 19 by 20 foot garage space. So when you add up the price of this home, it is located in Unit 185V. Let's take a look at the bond. The bond amount is $40,308. For those new to the channel, the bond is infrastructure costs that the developer passes on to the home buyer. It allows the home buyer the option to pay it off all at once or over 30 years' time. If you do pay it over 30 years' time, you will have an annual payment of $2,666 and some change. There is an interest rate of 4.72% on the bond. And if you add the bond and the list price of this home together, you do come up with a total price or cost of the home, $367,102. And it is priced at $240.72 per square foot. Let's look at a very comparable designer home and compare the prices. This designer home is located in the village of Oak Hollow. It is located very near the cottage home. This is where the home is located. The back of the home does face northwest. And the cottage home we just looked at is located in this neighborhood right here. They're very near to each other. Let's take a look at this designer home floor plan. It is list priced $338,497. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,476 square feet. This home is actually a little bit smaller than the Cottage Series Seabreeze home. Let's take a look at the floor plan. You enter the foyer area into the living and dining space. If you would enter the home through the garage, you would enter through the laundry area. You do have a very large kitchen and dining space. Here's your lanai. It's a much smaller lanai than the Seabreeze model. Here's your primary bedroom suite as well. It is a 3-bedroom home. Let's take a look at the pictures and the inside of this home. If you're interested in any one of these homes, this is the phone number you need to contact your village's sales representative. It is 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,476 square feet. Let's take a look at the home. It is a wood-framed home, very similar to the Seabreeze model, wood frame with vinyl siding. That is your lanai picture. It does have composite plank flooring, just like the Seabreeze Cottage Series home. That's your entry. That is your foyer area. That's looking back. This is your large kitchen and dining space. It does have a ceiling fan, recessed lighting in that home as well. There's your kitchen with the kitchen cabinets. Let me know if you think this kitchen is bigger, smaller, or about the same as the Seabreeze Cottage Series home. That is your white quartz countertop in that kitchen space. Looks like it has light brown or light gray painted cabinets in that kitchen. This is a designer home. I will show you the bond information in a few minutes. We will compare the prices. This is your primary bedroom. Carpeted floors, tray ceiling. That is a staged photo. That is another photo looking into your primary bathroom. Tile floors, 2 sinks, quartz countertops. It does have a tile shower. That's a better look at your tile shower right there. That is your walk-in closet with carpeting. That is a guest bedroom. Another guest bedroom. That is your guest bathroom with tile shower surround. Another guest bedroom. That is your laundry space. These homes do look very similar on the inside. That is a 2-car garage. That is your lanai. That's another picture of the back of the home. So let's take a look at the numbers of this designer home. Here are the home features: composite plank flooring, residential lanai. It does have tile floors in the bathrooms, quartz countertops. List price $338,497. It is located in Unit 290V. Let's take a look at the bond. $50,753. Interest rate 4.72%. This is your annual payment, $3,357 and some change. And if you look at the total price of this designer home, it is a tall pine model. It has a total cost of $389,250. And the price per square foot is $263.72, compared to the Seabreeze Cottage home, $240.72. So the difference is about $23 per square foot. This home is a higher cost. And in total, the designer home costs $22,148 more when you include the bond costs on both homes. So let me know in the comments below, which home do you choose? Maybe not all the time the designer home is the best choice. And I think I'm illustrating a point here in this video that you do need to take a look at your Cottage series homes. I think sometimes you will get a better value, especially if you're looking at a smaller designer home. You should also look at the Cottage series homes. That is your video for today. Thank you for liking. Thanks for subscribing. If you enjoy the content, please give the video a thumbs up. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, everyone. Take care.